What's up, guys? I'm working on a little project I thought some of you might find useful. Have you ever seen snorkel savers? They are little inserts you put in the front of your snorkel to keep mud and stuff out. Well, they're about $10 a piece plus $10 shipping, which I found to be a little ridiculous, so I'm making my own. As you can see, that's just aluminum port screen. This whole roll was, I think, $8. Each snorkel saver or frog skin is $10 plus $10 shipping. And I'm not a huge fan of this material they use because once it gets wet, it doesn't let air through either. I'm really not concerned about water getting in my belt housing. I'm concerned about chunks of mud flying and falling down in the pipe. So this will definitely keep chunks of mud out and pretty much everything else. A little bit of dust will go through and water, but that's not the major concern. So I'm going to show you how to make these. So you cut a piece of screen a little bigger than you need. Find a can that is a little bigger than your 2-inch pipe or 1.5-inch pipe. Press that down on there, rock it around. You can see it makes a nice indent, right? Take your scissors and cut around that indent. Now this doesn't need to be perfectly round because this isn't going to be the final step. So once you get your circle, you put the size pipe that the fitting is going to be going in 2-inch around it. And then with one hand you hold down the pipe, with the other hand you fold up the aluminum mesh around the lip of the pipe. Alright, so it should look about like that, nice and straight. And then you take a fitting and you press it down on top of the pipe, and that will finish forming it into the right shape. When you pull it off, you'll end up with a nice little screen disc. Okay? You can trim the back of it up to make it a little cleaner. And then you take a little bit of pipe glue, put it down in the back of the groove in your pipe, back in here, and use the same pipe to press it in there with the sharp side down. And there you have it. 2 custom snorkel screens to keep pine needles, dirt, and chunks of mud out of your belt housing. And they restrict flow very, very little. You can see how open the mesh is. So yeah, should work good, and it cost me $8 for both of them versus $30 for the frog skins. I think it looks cool. You could also get black aluminum mesh. Also, it's important to get the aluminum screen, not the fiberglass screen. Someone also keeps asking how I do my spring spacers to tear the shocks down. I put a few videos up on it, but it's pretty easy. So you put the shock in the vise with the little notches positioned like so. Having a vise with the cutouts helps hold it real sturdy. You put one strap from here, fish it underneath the thing, and tie a knot right here. One strap from here up to here. And you ratchet your ratchet straps down, that'll pull it down, you can remove the keeper. Pretty straightforward. For Can-Am or Polaris that have bigger coil springs and there's enough room, you can use these Harbor Freight shock spring compressors. I've actually used them on Hondas too with varying success. You put the bottom 2 right under the lip and you jam that sucker in there, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. The right way to do a Honda one is to get 2 bearing splitters, clamp it down onto the top and bottom of the spring, and then put 2 long pieces of all thread, tighten the all thread down, and compress it really nice. That's probably the safest and the most legit way to do it, but I find ratchet straps to be just about as fast. You can do it with freaking, cheap little Walmart ratchet straps. Tie a knot whenever you're done, cut the knot, throw the little piece away. And, you've got an 8-foot ratchet strap, so you can do 100 shocks before you run out of it. It's really easy, and the ratchet strap way is actually pretty safe. I've never had it come off and hit me in the face. This way is a little bit sketchy on a Honda shock. But yeah, that's how I do my spring spacers to tear down shocks.